My husband and I love the restaurant. We've been countless times.
Rachel DeMaria said she noticed a post online implying that the restaurant Neek was not going to adhere to the provincial mandate to check proof of vaccination.
So I messaged them and just said, does this mean that you're not implementing the vaccine or the necessary vaccines for indoor dining?
After a brief back and forth, Rachel says she was sent this message from Neek's account.
He doesn't care if we return. Maybe my partner must oppress me because I can't make my own decisions. And I just didn't reply because there's no getting through to someone like that. But I wanted to be like, no, my decision is made. I'm not dining at these restaurants, but I do need to know.
When we asked the owner, Harrison Hennick, about the message, he told us, quote, "This was all me. After 18 plus months of lockdowns and spin-arounds, the latest from our government has me really puzzled, and in turn, I broke." Hennick tells us he is embarrassed by some of the hateful things that he has said. Meanwhile, on Neek's account, conversations have been shared between patrons who support the restaurant's decision to, quote, "stand up for freedoms." Today, we received this response from the owner saying, in part, "I have never chosen to say we are not asking for proof of vaccination. I choose not to say anything." He adds, "We have always and will continue to follow all mandated protocol that doesn't involve breaking other much larger laws. In fact, they're actually considered crimes."
The law that he has to adhere to is the regulation that requires him to check for vaccinations at the door.
Across the city, Mayor Fred Eisenberger says right now Hamilton bylaw is focused on education, but that will quickly change.
On one day, they can go in and provide, educational information at the first visit. And at the next visit, it automatically goes into fining.
According to the Government of Ontario, restaurants could face fines up to $1,000 if they fail to verify the vaccine status of their customers.
If we're noticing a trend of one restaurant or we're seeing activity on social media, we're going to make it a priority.
The city's director of bylaw says officers visited 50 establishments over the weekend to educate.
Once there becomes a flagrant disregard of the rules, once there is an active, we don't want to play by the provincial regulations, then fines are going to follow.
And that extends to the patrons inside with fines up to $750.
We're going to be starting to talk to patrons that are in establishments as well. So make sure that you have the documentation that's required in order to comply.
At this time, no fines regarding proof of vaccine have been levied in the city of Hamilton. Nicole Martin, CHCH News.